we share with you the QR code. All you have to do is to scan it for easy reference and easy access to the education track. Please note as well that once again, once you get inside of the meeting link, it might take you a few seconds or a minute due to the number of participants who will be signing in or who will be joining simultaneously. We will appreciate your patience as we guarantee that all of you will be accommodated to the education track you have chosen. And once you're inside the education track, please do not forget to fill out the attendance form that will be provided by the moderators for each meeting link. So let me now share with you the QR codes for the afternoon session, and looking forward to everyone to have a great learning session this afternoon.
Hello everyone, I welcome you all once again after the lunch session. This is the first day of the third Philippine Skilling Summit 2022. This is your moderator, Pangas, and we are in the second session of the day. We had first the demo session, and then followed by the first track that we had, and now we are actually in our second track, and this track is primarily based on 5G, and Chris is here with us. So we are taking currently we are having good participants, 120, almost 130. So we can wait one or two more minutes, and then we can start our this track. In between, again, I'll be requesting to everyone, we would really love to take your questions. That is one thing. Second, the most important thing is that we would also like to hear from you, your experience of the session. So kindly also reflect on this at the for the end, so that we cover these two parts as well. Chris, are you ready?
Yes. Hello, Bangash. Good afternoon. And good afternoon, everyone. Hope you can hear me.
Yes, sir. Yes, you're audible.
Can you hear some echo here? Hold on. Hello, can you hear me now? Hello, let me know if you can hear me and if there's still an echo or feedback. The feedback is gone already, right? And the echo, the echo thing. Okay, so for those who can hear me clearly without any feedback, can you give me an emoji, heart emoji in the chat box? In case you can see and hear me
Chris,
clearly.
you're loud and clear. Let me.
Emoji guys, come on. Okay. All right. So okay, good. Salamat po. All right. So I think we're ready and we're about to start. All right. So welcome to our third Philippine Skilling Summit 2022. So and welcome to our 5G tracks. All right. So my name is Christopher Luzano. I'm a Microsoft certified trainer and Microsoft Office specialist and Microsoft Office expert. And I used to work for Microsoft Philippines for 1 year as commercial master trainer. And I used to work for Entity Data Philippines as well. Okay, as a Microsoft certified trainer. All right, and I used to conduct trainings for Power BI, for Office 365, and Microsoft Office Suite for the past 6 years. All right, so now it's a privilege for me that I'm part of this, I can say history, right? Because this is already a third Philippine Skilling Summit and already one of the in-house and master trainer of Go Philippines. All right, so there. So our topic for today, guys, is I just name it as truth about 5G technology. Guys, this is very interesting. All right. This topic is very interesting. I'm gonna share with you guys later on so many facts, so many stories regarding our internet connection that you can only learn and you can only hear from the summit. Hindi siya maririnig sa ibang seminars, guys. You can only hear it exclusively here on our Philippine Skilling Summit. All right, so before we formally start, let me share with you some agenda. Right? So agenda natin, guys, we will start to define what is 5G and facts and stats regarding 5G. Or sometimes they call it as 5 generation technologies. Okay? I'm gonna share with you also the evolution of 5G. Saan ba siya nag-start? Kung 5 na siya ngayon, so meaning we have 4, 3, 2, 1. Right? Okay? And how 5G works. Paano ba siya nag-work? And an end user perspective. So if you're going to deep dive on this one, I think we need to attend a separate training for this. But I'm gonna do my best to explain it in a layman's term and in end user manner, no? Na maintindihan ng lahat. And what does 5G capable of? So, siguro naririnig na natin, we've been hearing for 5G and it really makes us excited because again, sa atin as end user is basta pagbago, okay, di ba? But we don't know about anything else pa. Ano pa ba yung kayang gawin ni 5G? So those are the things that we need to talk about, that we need to see it later on. And for sa lahat ng mga technologies, of all the technologies that we have, there will always been challenges. There will always be a difficult times in using that. And there will always be a threat. Okay? So that's the challenge of the technology that we have. The more the advancement that we have, the more threats will be, will get stronger as well. Okay? So again, give me at least 2 hours for this one. And we're gonna squeeze these topics. And I want you to engage, guys. If I'm going to ask some questions, please feel free to to answer all the questions and makipag-engage lang po kayo. Okay? Yeah, you can still hear me, guys. I'm just about to check kasi there are some instances na nag-mute ako bigla. Okay, for whatever reason, I just get muted. right, automatically. But I think you're still hearing me clearly. Okay? There you go. So, all right. I think nagkabaliktad yung slide. Okay. So, this will be our house rules. All right. So, ensure that we are in a non-disruptive environment during during the session, and be on mute during the presentation. I think all of you guys are on mute naman. If you have some questions, guys, feel free to ask or feel free to type the questions on the chat box. And also, if you have the guts and if you have the confidence to unmute yourself, please, you can turn on your cameras as well if you want to unmute yourself and ask some questions. And also, as we go along with our discussion, we will be sharing with you guys the attendance form. Right, so I'll be sharing it again now. And make sure that you're going to write your name that you want that will appear in your certificate. All right, so our certificate will be distributed to you guys after this session. But please fill up the feedback form according to your desire or what to be appear on your certificate. All right, so you just click the link on the chat box. All right, so again, let's get started now. All right, here. All right, so let's define 5G on the different technology that we have. Who among you guys are playing Pokemon Go? Can you just type letter P in the chat box? Anyone? Sino pa naglalaro dito, guys? Open ko. Oh, si Vanessa daw. Me. All right, so nakakailang battle ka na, Vanessa?
Talking this 2 hours, so I
saan na kayo nakarating? Alright. Okay. And there are so many games pa na available now. Alright. So, now, the Pokemon Go is one of the very basic example of what we call augmented reality. Pag sinabi kasi natin augmented reality, it's some kind of an environment where the settings is yung as in the reality, and then you're going to put some 3D animated objects. Alright, can you give me a movie? Alright, napakadali nito, guys. Can you give me a movie that is an augmented reality base? Ano naman? Can you type the chat box if meron kayong alam na movie na it's based on an augmented reality? There are so many movies available now. Can you give me one? Okay. So, Assassin's Creed, yeah, of course. Right? And meron pang isa, guys. The movie that was acted by LeBron James. Sino nakakalam dyan? Yun yung pinaka, I think, one of the basic example that we have. Anyone? Ano yung movie ni LeBron James? Space Jam. Alright? So, imagine that Space Jam 2, it's LeBron James together with the Looney Tunes character, right? And they are in a real world. Spy Kids, yeah, thank you so much, guys. And think of the movie that you know. So that is, again, with this augmented reality, guys, 5G is one of the basic or one of the major platform why augmented reality becomes reality. Without a good internet connection, I think augmented reality will not be available now. Alright? Ayan. There you go. So, Internet of Things. Okay. Who among you guys already watch sino yung mga nag-Netflix dito, guys? The Man versus Bee. Sino nakakakilala kay Mr. Bean? Okay. Man versus Bee. You know, sino na nakapanood na, guys? It's an original film of Netflix. You know, si Eric and si Angelica. Alright? Natapos lang ni Eric kahapon. Mainit-init pa. Okay. So, when we say Internet of Things, guys, not a Netflix fan. Alright. Okay lang, Roel. Alright. Maybe Vio. Siguro, Roel. Okay. So, when we say Internet of Things, these are the devices at internet powered and sensor powered. Alright, so yung siguro yung pinaka-basic na pwede ko explain. Alright, so for example, the lights and sensor na hindi mo na kailangan switch on. Alright, the faucet Then, for example, because we are using smartphones, if in case nag-switch ka ng faucet on your basin, and then when it's ready to fill it up, there's a message that will notify your phone na, uy, napupuno na yung timba ng tubig. That's an example of IoT, Internet of Things, that most of the objects, most of the appliances that we are using now is powered by internet. Now, kaya ko natanong yung man versus bee because yung house doon, guys, is what we call a smart house. For those who already watch it, I really love that house in my dreams. Alright? Di ba? Mula pa lang sa pintuan, and it's so funny pag magbubukas si Mr. Bean nung drawer. So may sensor, right? Okay? So nakakatuwa. And that's an example of IoT. And without a good internet connection, I think IoT will not be available also in our age. Right? Pati yung bee, tama, ang galing nung bee. Hindi mamamatay-matay. Di ba? Yung kamag-anak ata ng Jollibee yun eh. There you go. There. And what else? We have cloud and edge computing. Okay. Actually, we are on the cloud era right now. Most of the companies, most of the industries are now going to the cloud, just like what you're seeing on the screen. So tumataas na lahat. Alright? Everybody has been lift up and it goes to the cloud. Now, when we see cloud computing, it's not just the cloud storage. It's all the process na nasa ginagawa natin dati on-premise, now we are now doing in the cloud. Alright? And without a very dedicated internet connection, again, all the processes that we do on-premise, I think it's really hard for us to do it if we are going to do it in the cloud. So what are the giant companies that are using the cloud now? We have Facebook, Amazon, Google, AWS, Microsoft, of course, and other companies. And most of the e-commerce platforms like Alibaba, eBay, in our country, you have the Shopee and Lazada. Most of the servers are now in the cloud. Okay? So, again, it needs to have a very dedicated, strong internet connection. And the last one is AI. So, isama natin dyan si machine learning. Alright? Who among you guys already heard about the driveless cars? Can you type yes? Sino ba nakakalam dito, guys, na meron ng kotse na hindi na kailangan ng driver? Anyone? Have you seen it that before? Have you already watched that on YouTube? Right? And the first one that I saw is from Google. Right? And ang galing kasi pinaximize nila yung gamit ng Google Map. So, that Google car uses that Google Map so that if you're going to pinpoint kung saan siya pupunta, automatically it will go there. Alright? So, alam niya kung saan yung traffic, in case may construction, something like that. Tesla cars, yeah. That's good, Ricardo. Thank you for sharing. Okay? And that is an example of AI. Alright? So, depende naman sa mga softwares naman, I think most of the softwares now already is powered by AI. Alright? So, pinaka-common if you are using Grammarly, alright? And by checking your grammar, okay, it's so nice to have that application because it checks our grammar automatically. Alright? And also, in terms of Microsoft Power Suite, Microsoft PowerPoint, the design ideas, if you are familiar with it, pag gumagawa, every time that I create a presentation, something like this, I click the design ideas, then PowerPoint will be the one to think of design or think of themes for my PowerPoint. Diba? So I think I cannot name all of those apps, but again, most 90% I can think. All right, Google suggestions. All right, that's okay. That's also good, right? So whatever platform that we are using, if that's an Apple, Google, or Microsoft, Most of the apps now it's been powered by AI, hardware and software based. Now, of all those technologies that we have today, augmented reality, virtual reality, sama na rin natin, Internet of Things. Then tomorrow we will go to discuss Internet of Behavior as well, which is I'll be the presenter of that one also. Cloud edge computing, machine learning, artificial intelligence, right? Those are all powered by 5G. Okay? So what does 5G is all about? Gaano ba siya ka-critical in our society today? So if you're going to define 5G technically, again, it's the fifth generation mobile network. So it's a global awareness started after, again, as I've said, so hindi naman magiging 5 yan kung walang 1, 2, 3, or 4. Alright? 1G, 2G, 3G, and 4G networks. Right? So, what does 5G enable of? Right? Guys, I'll keep on sharing that and then sheet so that if you want to fill it up, you can just start filling it up. Alright? Enables a new kind of network and is designed to connect virtually everyone and everything together, including machines, objects, and devices. Alright. So, again, I think yung mga na-define ko kanina na technology, yung mga na-mention natin kanina, it speaks for itself. Right? It really speaks for itself how amazing 5G technology is. Right? Gaano kalaki yung impact niya, especially in our society. Okay? Now, moving on, let's now start to dig in on the facts and mga statistics regarding 5G. Alright? I'll be sharing with you guys yung evolution in terms of speed. Okay? Guys, kwan lang to, just a quick trivia. Okay? On your area, when you do a speed test, nakakailang pang kayo? Ilang bits ba or ilang Mbps ang nakukuha nyo? If you want to share it with us. Para lang, I think most of you guys are coming from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Who is from Mindanao here? Or Visayas? Para lang makita natin in terms of speed. Yun, 50 Mbps. From where are you, Eric? You can type your Mbps and location. Is it okay? Para lang ma-compare natin kung saan banda magandang pumunta dahil malakas ang internet connection. Yun, Laguna. Okay, there you go. Come on, just keep on coming. Because on 5G, guys, yung malinis na speed, it can run up to 20 gigabits per second or 350 from QC. Nice one. Ang bilis na rin yan. Right. There you go. So from 1G, it's 4, okay, 50. 50 kasama na dyan siguro yung dial-up before. Right. Wala pang 5G. No, I'm not referring if there's a 5G in your area. What I'm asking is, yung internet connection bandwidth nyo lang. Pag nag-speed test kayo, ilan ang inaabot? Right? And again, I'm sure, dito sa Pilipinas especially, not all areas is meron ng 5G. So, mamaya malalaman natin, doon sa lecture natin kung saang part. Okay? Alright, 190 Bps, 200 plus from Lipa, Batangas. So, now, if you notice, so saan nagpo-fall, guys? Yung mga sinabi nyong speed ninyo, saan siya nagpo-fall? Most of you guys fall into 4G. Alright? And majority of us right now is nasa 4G technology pa rin. Alright? Ayan so yung 3G, wala na yung 3G. Kung may nagsabi dyan ng 1 Mbps, medyo pan na yun. Mabagal na. Alright, but majority of us, so as I can see it, pero ang pinakamababa na nakita ko, I think is 20 as of now. As I'm reading on your chat, on your messages sa chat box, I think 20 yung pinakamababa. Okay? And again, imagine kung madalas kayo mag-download, if you keep on downloading movies or applications, Before, pag inaabot kayo ng mga 15 to 20 minutes for 5G, in just a matter of seconds. Ganun siya kabilis, no? So I'm saying this for an end user perspective. Alright, kasi sa tayo as end user, madalas lang nag-download ng video, nag-stream, right? Okay, and if there are some video editors here na nagre-render ng kanilang mga video, and if you're already using the 5G, then I think it will be a big lift for every one of us, right? Now, guys, before we discuss other things regarding 5G, I'm gonna share with you at least 5 facts. Bibigay ko din sa inyo yung source para hindi nyo rin masabi na kung saan ko lang kinuha. Alright? So, I have my source. Alright. Now, for number 1, okay, says there, 5G will reach more than 40% of the world's population and cover 1.5 billion people by the end of 2024. According to the latest mobility report, alright, na Ericsson, alright, I think all of us are familiar with Ericsson, no? Ayan, so yun yung prediction nila. Na by 2024, so 2 years from now, right, is it will now cover 1.5 billion people, right, na meron ng 5G. I hope kasama na tayo dyan. Like in that year. Also, by 2024 is yung data consumption natin will now reach more than 21 gigabyte per month. Bigat nun, guys. Imagine the data that we have, the data that we are consuming as of the moment is gano'n na kalaki, right? Yan. And it's nearly 4 times the consumption of in 2018. So this study was conducted, I think, last year. Diba? So imagine natin ngayon, 2020, 2021, or 2022, ang data natin nasa 100 or 150 pataas na gigabyte per month. Right? And also, 5G networks will carry 25% of global mobile data traffic according to Ericsson. Kaya lang, ang affected lang dyan will be North America, Northeast Asia, and also by Western Europe. Okay, and also 4.1 billion in 2024 na Internet of Things. Alright? So again, yung parang baseline natin for 5G because halos kakasimula lang kasi ng 5G. So I think 2 years is the lead time para I think majority of the countries all over the world will be affected with this very exciting technology. Right? And 3.5 billion units by 2023 na meron ng powered already by 5G and IoT. Okay, so imagine, no? Most of the cities now, masasabi natin na smart city. Kasi meron na tayong smartphone, smartwatch, smart appliances. So, yun na, panood nga natin kay Man versus Bee, smart house. So, imagine of all houses are already smart, we can now have a smart community, smart city, and a smart country. Alright, so we're looking forward to that. Alright. Next facts is that at present, whether you believe it or not, right, 49.4% of 2020 worldwide investment and China, right, the Republic of China is leading the global race in terms of 5G. Right, so you can see that that is from techrepublic.com. So if you want to read more about it, okay, so paano ba nangunguna si China ngayon in terms of 5G, then you can read more about that. So for now, 49.4% of 2020 worldwide investment ang meron na kay China. Okay, so kaya hindi natin masisi why China is one of the, masasabi natin na sleeping giant in our day. Okay. Now, for fact number 3, right, or next slide, according to Intel, right, so who are Intel fan here? And, sino mga gamers dito, guys? Okay. uh, Intel and AMD. Those two giant um, graphics card manufacturers. Pero ito kay Intel lang muna. The 5G mobile gaming revenue by 2028 expected to reach $100 billion. Intel is the best daw. So sino yung mga taga AMD fan dyan? Sino yung gusto mag-counter? Okay. Yeah. You can see the presentation. All right. Thank you so much. I'll gonna share it again. Hold on. Okay. Now you can now see it. Can you see it now? Let me know, guys. Okay, AMD Supreme. There you go. And nagkakaroon na ulit ng rivalry between AMD and Intel. Alright? Ako, no comment ako dyan. Alright? I don't know, I don't want to say something about those two graphics or those two companies because both of them are great. Yeah, so virtual and augmented reality, immersive content, cloud gaming, are platforms that are most likely to gain from more rapid and responsive interface. Again, siguro sa masabi na hindi lang sa mobile industry na gaming. So lahat ng gaming industry from PC to PS4 or something like that na gumagamit ng internet, I think ganoon karindi, guys. It will reach up to $100 billion. Okay. 28, pa na yan ha? 2028. So medyo matagal-tagal pa. Alright? Okay. Again, so just a quick stats. Alright? So again, for 5G, for the first stat that I shared with you earlier, regarding naman to doon sa population in 2024. Alright? And the number of IoT that will reach by 3.5 billion units by 2023. Alright? At 700 million na ang IoT device that will be currently used in that particular year. Now, for the fact number 2 is that China is leading the race, but later on, I'm going to show you a demographics kung sino ba yung nasa ilalim ni China. And we can say na medyo they are heading head to head in terms of 5G. Right? So, as of now, this research that was conducted last year by Tech Republic, si China is leading the race in terms of 5G. And this one, again, by Intel report, you can check the AMD report if you want to. It will reach $100 billion by in terms of the 5G mobile gaming industry. All right, and for fact number 4. All right, who are familiar with SpaceX here? Can you raise your hand? Pag naka-open sana yung camera nyo, you can raise your hand. Oh, but you can raise your hand as well, right? Ayan. There you go. Thank you for raising all your hands regarding SpaceX. All right. I think ito yung kausap dapat ni Yorme, no? Dati. If he wins, then he will coordinate with the SpaceX para tayo or magpalipad ng sariling satellite for the Philippines to have a good internet connection. Alright, again, for SpaceLink or SpaceX, license have already been offered, no, to deploy at least ilang satellite yan, guys? 12,000 Starlink internet satellites. And this is applied for 30,000 more. Imagine, right? That I think that will start to launch by 2024 as well. Alright? So, several space organization progressively emerging 5G na actually na nagsisimula na. But yung 12,000 Starlink internet satellites, I think that will launch by 2024. Alright? You can check the link if you want to again by itong link na to. I think space.com. You can go to space.com and to check on other details. Alright? Ayan. So, para at least malaman natin yung complete details regarding on this big development in space X in terms of, right? Okay, there you go. And also, our last fact or last stats regarding 5G is that in terms of AI, right? In terms of AI. So expert believes now that 5G is more than a speed boost, and again, this will likely have impact on tech domains like AI, machine learning, and mga self-driving cars, smart homes, as well as telehealth services like remote surgery. Alright? So again, sinasabi lang dito guys, in that particular this particular year, as sa mga susunod pa, yung self-driving cars, smart homes, AI, and machine learning will keep on coming, will keep on emerging because of this 5G, okay, technology that we have. Now, actually marami to, right? But I'll share with you at least 5 stats or facts para at least you have something to think of. Ano ba? Ganun pala katindi yung impact ng 5G, not just in the Philippines. Ayan, yun yung sinasabi ko. Okay, I will keep on asking you guys if you can hear me. Na-mute na naman ako automatically. Okay, so nangyari na yan before. Okay, so I hope you can hear me now and you can still see my screen. Okay? Alright, there you go. So I'll be sharing the attendance link again. So for those who haven't filled up the form yet, and make sure that you're going to write down your name that you want to appear on your certificate. Alright. There you go. So again, just give me at least guess lang. Aside from China, what are the other countries that has large 5G network capabilities? Come on, just give at least 2 or 3 countries na nasa top 5. Say, I'll be showing you the top 10. Oy, Japan. Alright, I think. Yeah. Good guess. Okay. Singapore. Alright, Japan. Singapore, I think Japan is leading the race right now. What else? Come on, before I will reveal the answer. Yeah, Japan or South Korea. Europe. Okay. Yeah. Come on. I need more answers. UK. Yeah, exactly. I think kasama siya sa listahan if my memory is correct. Right? What else? Russia. Yeah, I think Russia is good. Taiwan. There you go. I think America, yeah. Alright, so let me actually dalawa yung chart na ipapakita ko sa inyo. The first one, yung expected na magre-reign in the coming years in terms of 5G, and the current leading right now in terms of 5G. Right? So the first one that I'm going to share with you guys is expected 5G penetration in 2025. South Korea will be the leader in this particular year. And actually now, if we're going to search it in Google, ang dami kasing iba-iba kasi yung findings nila. But South Korea hindi siya nalalaglag in top 3 in terms of 5G capability. Right? So they are still on developing it. Right? But in 2025, imagine nawala si China. US right now, sa masasabi natin na because of their meron kasing kinalaman sa geographical type ng US. Right? Yung big 4 players nila doon. Right? Like AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile and the other one. I forgot the other one. So they are starting to to expand their antennas, or what we call their later on makikita natin yung mga technologies that we have. Alright, and China, Europe, what particular country in Europe? You have Germany, I think, if I'm not mistaken, you have Italy. Alright, those countries are na kasama sa Europe. Alright, Philippines. uh-huh. Yeah, I hope so. Pero I also have a fact regarding po sa Philippines ngayon para makita din natin nasa na ba tayo in terms of 5G. Later on po, pagkatapos nito, I'll be sharing with you guys. Alright? Para malaman din natin. India and Brazil. So the other fact that I'm going to share with you is the number of cities in which 5G is available today. Nagsimula yun nung last year. Imagine, China is siya yung sa laki ng country na yan. Imagine yung Pilipinas, ang liit natin, pero iilan lang yung spot, 'di ba? Ang hirap makahanap ng lugar na kung saan merong strong internet connection. Alright? Real talk tayo, guys. No? It's really hard, especially for those guys who are playing mobile games, or for those who are bloggers here, na nag-stream ng video, then kailangan niya po umakyat ng bubong, for example, para lang makuha ng signal. But China, I think one of the largest country in terms of land area, is, again, sila ang may pinakamaraming city na kung saan merong 5G. Right? So you want to go to China, guys? You want to go? So pag pupunta kayo doon, ibig sabihin, it's not a problem for you guys. Hindi magiging problema sa inyo ang mag-connect sa internet, because I think majority of the cities there has already 5G capable. Right? Now, for US, there are 279 cities. South Korea, if you notice, so hindi siya nawawala talaga on top. UK, so kasama yung sagot nyo, Spain, Canada is still there, Australia, Saudi Arabia, you have Italy, so ito yung sinabi ko kanina from Europe, Italy, France, I think even Paris, right? So kasama rin sa Europe yan. Ireland and Sweden. So these are the top 10 countries with large 5G which is available today. Ito naman, 5G penetration by year 2025. And again, you can search this on techscreensearch.com. Ayan. So I'm sharing with you guys kung saan ako nag-search para you can check that out as well. Okay, ito na. Ito na yung sa atin naman, sa Philippines. Alright. Okay, I think who among you guys are Globe users here? Can you just type the word Globe? Alright, come on. Who are our Globe users here? Hindi ibig sabihin pag Globe user, yung iba kasi, dalawa hindi ibig sabihin pag Globe na lang kayo talaga. Ako kasi Globe and Smart user ako. Okay. Who among you guys are dito? Meron na. Okay, tanong ko pa lang, meron na nagsabi ng dito. So, Globe SIM, yeah, if you're a Globe subscriber. Ayun, marami. Okay, dito. Who among you guys are smart naman? Smart, yeah. Trisha, you're raising your hand? I saw it. You have question, Trisha? Tama ba? Alright, smart users, smart not TNT, smart lang. Iba yung TNT kasi. Pag Globe, iba din yung TM. So, that's a different technology. Smart, yeah, TNT, I think hindi siya kasama. There you go, smart, dami now. For those Globe users, it's a sad story. Sad story for you guys, because in terms of 5G, according to OpenSignal, si OpenSignal is some kind of a independent organization na nagtitest ng mga mobile technology in our country independently. Sila nagtitest para silang kumbaga benchmark, alright, kung alin telco ang ang winner in terms of different category. Right? So, here we go. Let me share my slide. And you can check my reference if you want to get other details. There. All right. So in terms of 5G availability, 5G reach, 5G video experience, 5G gaming experience, in terms of 5G voice app, download speed and upload speed, guys, it's a landslide win for smart subscribers. Okay. Yeah. For Globe subscribers, again, nagtype pa nga sila doon sa video app experience. Okay, so nanalo lang si Globe sa 5G reach. Ibig sabihin, in terms of reach, mas marami yung nare-reach ni 5G ngayon. Pero imagine, doon na siya nanalo eh. Doon sa, dito, joint winner actually. No? You know? So, for all who are smart users, a round of applause to you guys. This study conducted last year. I don't know today, no, kung nag-conduct na ulit si Open Signal. Again, si Open Signal, it's an independent global standard for analyzing consumer mobile experience, right, ng report. Alright, again, you can check this one if you want. Now, in terms of dito, right, don't be sad because dito is planning to launch their 5G technology within this year. Pero as of the moment, wala pa. Okay? Yan. So, halos kararating lang kasi ni dito nung, I think, early this year, I think, I'm not mistaken. No? So, that's why hindi pa siya ganun ka. Yeah, Smart is under PLDT. Exactly. Pero in terms of technology, I think merong quick separation between them. Alright? Iba yung offering ni Smart from PLDT. Alright? But in terms of technology, nasa isang umbrella sila. Company, pero in terms of platform, they're quite different. Alright? They're quite different. Okay. Ayan. March 21 po, nag-ooperate ang dito. Okay, thank you so much, Jay. Kay John. Yeah, I think last year. Okay, thank you so much for that. Okay, now, in terms of, again, part pa din po nung Open Signal report. So, Smart is the outright winner in terms of 5G availability with a winning score of 11.9 and lead of 3.6%. All right. This means that our smart users with 5G smartphone and 5G subscription spent 11.9% of their time with an active 5G connections and other details regarding that. All right. Yung tanong ni Michael, kaya sila nangunguna talaga, mas marami silang tower. Yeah, possible, but it's not just the tower kasi. Alright, there are so many aspects that we can also think of aside sa tower. Kahit marami silang tower, kung kukunti yung antenna ng tower, it doesn't collect all the data as well. Right? So later I'll gonna show you paano nga ba nag-move. Alright, even you have a very high tower, but if it only has 1 or 2 antenna only, hindi rin siya mag-work. Alright? Yeah. But it's a factor for smart. Right? And I think most of the smart towers are in the provinces. Okay? Alright, now, ito, guys. In terms of 5G, nasa na ba tayo? Right? In terms of 5G, the Philippines also rank among the world's top on. Diba? Imagine, nasa top 15 din tayo, guys. Right? Top 15 for 5G reach. Again, sa kwan lang sa category lang ng 5G reach. Nasa top 15 ang Philippines. Right? Which measures the extent of the mobile experience in all the locations that matters most. Alright? So, medyo humahabol sa atin si Hong Kong. The Philippines ranked 15 with a score of 3.5. Hong Kong top the list with a score of 6.5. Diba? Mas malaki pa si Hong Kong. 6.5 tapos 3.5 lang tayo. Followed by South Korea by 6.4. Again, in the category of 5G reach only, not on the speed yet. Right? So, those are the facts that I can share with you guys in terms of in the Philippines. And also, Si Taiwan sa kasi Israel, I think meron din nagsabi kanina ng Taiwan, is, again, kasama din siya. And Taiwan Israel's 5G experience was 8 times faster than 4G experience. Okay? Yeah. So at least alam na natin kung saan tayo part. Right? Yeah. So, again, OpenSignal found Taiwan's 5G download speeds to be the most improved from 4G. Alright? Followed by the Philippines. Alright? With 145.5 Mbps. Alright? So, ganun na. Okay. So, kung sabi natin yan ay malinis. Which 10 times faster than its 4G. Oh, imagine. So, yung 5G natin, guys, nasa 145.5 Mbps. Alright, which is 10 times faster doon sa 4G connection natin before. Alright? Now. Alright, so I hope marami din ako na ibigay na trivia sa inyo guys and for you to think of from different countries down to our countries now. Yan. Okay, now the evolution of 5G. Alright, there you go. Dito pa lang guys, sa telepono, makikita nyo na kung saan category ka nagpo-fall. Okay. From 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, and 5G. Alright. So, now, let's see paano ba nag-evolve yung ating kasabi natin na technology in terms of kaway-kaway daw sa umabot ng 2G. Alright. Now, for 1G, guys, alright, sino ang nakaabot sa inyo guys na merong telepono before? As in yung telephone. Alright, yung analog phone. Who among you guys? Can you type letter T in the chat box? Yung may wire pa, yung may kulot-kulot na wire na gano'n. Alright? Who among you guys is still familiar with digital? Digital. Okay? So, okay, you know, meron digital. Can you type the word letter D kung digital subscriber kayo dati? Ayun, si Eileen. Ayun, letter D yung mga nakasubscribe ng digital dati. Yan, like me. Welcome to the club, guys. Yan. So, that was early, siguro I think mga 1990s. Okay? Nabili na. Oo, nabili na si digital, guys. Nabili ata ng, I don't know kung PLDT ang nakabili. Now, for 1G, no, ito yung evolution natin guys for 1G, 1980s, analog voice calls, mobile connectivity. Yan. So, noong may telepono guys, tapos nagkaroon ng wireless na phone. Ganito yun, no? And then, papakita ko na ito yung ganito. Sino nakakita sa inyo guys in real life? Ako, honestly, wala pa ako nakitang ganyan. Right? Wala na existing in this world. Ang nakita ko lang talaga yung telepono na may wire. But ito yung unang wireless phone. Right? Yung malaki na para siyang walkie-talkie. Right? So that's part of the 1G. Right? Now, pag 1G kasi it's yung signal niya one way lang. Right? So para siyang walkie-talkie nga. So before you respond, you need to listen first and then that's the time that you're going to respond again. So, one way na yung signal. Okay? Meron yan. O, nasa na ngayon, Gladys? Nasa? Baka hawak mo siya ngayon. Baka pwede mo siyang picture and send mo sa Dropbox. Okay? Ayan. So, that's part of the 1G technology. Again, analog voice calls, walkie-talkie is part of the 1G technology. Right? And again, noong 1990s, ayan na. Doon na nag-start yung basic na texting, simple email, games like Snake. Sino naglaro ng Snake? Can it? Snake using their phones, Snake using their phones. Yan. So, kwanta muna tayo guys. Throwback muna tayo. Yun, no? Nakakagaanong kahaba na guys, di ba? Dahil sa liit ng screen ng phone kasi natin noon, kahit anong liko mo, sobrang haba na, madided ka eh. Diba? Wala na, sira na naman. So, you're going to play it again. Again, 1990s hanggang siguro early 2000. 1990 hanggang early 2000, that's where the basic texting, and doon po nag-boom si Nokia. Right? Yun. And I'm part of that era, actually. The first phone that I have is Nokia 3210. Alright? That's the time that I'm composing my own ringtone. I'm composing my own picture message. Uy, may picture message pa. Diba? Ngayon, may picture message pa ba tayo ngayon? No, it's the raw pa na picture, because you can now already take a picture, di ba? And so yung pag-create ng ringtone, yun yung malupit, di ba? You keep on, uso pa before ang song hits. So yung mga song hits, merong sa likod, merong mga listahan ng mga ringtone. You need to compose that. Alright? Yan. So basic texting. Alright? So ang pwede lang noon is message, through text and call. And then early 2000, 2002, 3, 4, 5, yun, nakaka-relate daw si Destel. Diba? I still remember yung ringtone ko before, yung madali compose, yung love is all that matters. Di ba? Ang tinis ng tone niya eh. Pagpapatugtugin mo yung love is all that matters eh, di ba? Ayan. It's really nice to throw back those days, no? With all those technologies that we have. Okay? Now, nung 2000, yung picture message before, guys, na parang drawing lang, what happened? Doon na nag-start, guys, yung mga colored na phone. Right? Nagkakaroon na ng kulay. Ericsson. Then, si Sony Ericsson before, no? Ayan, si Sony. You have, lumabas na rin dyan si Samsung. Doon siya nag-start. But still, the Goliath of cellphone industry there is still Nokia. Right? Pero lumalabas ng iba. Right? Then, lumabas na si iPhone. Ayan. So, those phones now, in terms of 3G signals, is smartphones na. Right? You can now browse the web. You can now install some apps. Right? And that's where the Android phones start to develop and start to conquer the mobile industry. Right? Ayan. Now, ngayon, sa panahon natin ngayon, we're now using the 4G. Right? So, yung fast mobile internet, madalas na tayo nag-streaming, gaming, FaceTime, video conference, what else? Most of the devices now is nasa cloud na. Right? Cloud video streaming like Netflix, okay? O audio streaming like Spotify. Yan. Right? So, yung Siemens, naalala ko yung Siemens na yung BlackBerry, tama? Ricardo, no? BlackBerry. Diyan na uso si QWERTY na keypad. Alright? So pag kung mayroon kang BlackBerry nung mga panahong 2000, 2001, 2002, sikat ka na. Di ba? Parang na sa'yo. Parang kumbaga si BlackBerry before, para siya yung iPhone dati. Uy, BlackBerry, di ba? Social. Lakas makasosyal pag may BlackBerry ka dati. Right? Ngayon, Blueberry na lang, masarap. Okay? Alright, so again, I guess, upon reading all your reactions and messages on the chat box, I think lahat dito, sino mga batang 90s dito? Parang nakaka-relate kayo lahat sa akin. Alright, mga batang 90s, pakitype yung 90s. Yun. I think kasi, while I'm saying this, if majority of you guys are on nasa 2020 na era, I think hindi kayo makaka-relate sa mga sinasabi ko eh. Alright, but for those old people that on this era, no, you can still, try to search on the other. Yes, Gladys, I think you are raising your hand. 80s. Uy, meron po. Anyone? Can you unmute yourself or can you say something if you have some questions? None so far? All right. Again. Questions so far with this topic, the evolution of 5G. Morse code of communication. Ah, really? Okay. All right. There you go. All right. So I'll try to answer this question first before we proceed. Ask ko lang po bakit hindi nagamit ng mga air fiber connection ng network provider dahil meron na po tayong 5G connection para less wires po na nakasabit kung saan-saan. Aha. The answer with ang sagot ko dyan, Roland, is because of our geographical type natin. No, not all LGUs or not all locations is merong capability to have that air fiber connections. Magbabago kasi lahat eh. Actually, medyo it will have a huge investment for us if we're going to follow that. Right? And I think kinukonsider din yan ng bawat LGU. So it's a good thing. It's a good, the intention is good, but I think we really need to prepare for that. Okay. All right. So before just keep your questions coming. I'm gonna answer that if our session is already finished. All right? Para hindi ma-bitin yung ating topic. All right. So now, how 5G works. Okay? Now with this one, yung connected community, this is what we are aiming for. Ito yung pinapangarap natin actually. Diba? Na magkaroon tayo in our society, in every municipality here in the Philippines, magkaroon ng tinatawag na smart city. Imagine this one, safe vehicles, tapos merong dito antenna or tower. Alright, so this tower will send a signal to this truck, alright, na uy, masyado ka mabilis, mag-limit ka ng speed. The same true with this one, alright, there's a notification that will tell this to this guy, alright, that malapit na siya matapos, smart farms, okay, and also with the shopping centers, hospitals. I think sila yung unang beneficiary nito eh. All the towers that we have here, okay, so yung mga towers nito, this cannot work if wala silang matatawag na mga Mimo, alright, o multiple input, multiple output, which is, I'm gonna share with you a video kung paano ba mag-work talaga yung 5G. Because there are 5 technologies that involves how the 5G works. All right. So I'm gonna share with you this technologies. After this one, I'm gonna let you watch the video. So yung tinatawag natin na millimeter waves, or sometimes we call it as frequency waves. All right. Layman's term. Yung frequency, parang sound waves. Right. Yan. So, most of the 5G networks is nakarely siya doon sa millimeter waves. But, because of the millimeter waves, hindi kasi siya bumabangga sa pader eh. Especially in urban areas, where there are so many buildings. Pag walang masyadong antenna of those telcos, mahirap makapenetrate. And these millimeter waves of 5G is na-absorb ng weather and mga halaman. Okay? So, that's why the smart cell will come in. Ito yung sinasabi natin na those towers. Marat yung may nagsabi kanina, no? Na the more towers you have, then the larger reach that the internet connection has. But, again, at marami kang tower, kung ilan lang naman na magre-receive, okay, then it will not gonna work. So, that's why, dyan papasok si Missive Mimo, or multiple input, multiple output. Yan yung mga antenna. Alright? That you can see it on every towers. Okay? And you have the beamforming. Yung beamforming naman, guys, is some kind of antenna as well that will allow to spread the data packets, alright, or the signals for every city. Alright, at dahil one way lang itong beamforming, if you notice yung arrow, diyan papasok si full duplex because it can turn two-way signal. Alright, to tell more about these 5 technologies that comprise this 5G network technology, I want you to watch this video. Alright, and let me know if you can hear some audio, guys.
Every new generation of wireless networks delivers faster speeds and more functionality to our smartphones. 1G brought us the very first cell phones. 2G let us text for the first time.
Can you hear sa audio? Wala. You can hear it? Okay, that's good. Loud and clear?
3G brought us online, and 4G delivered the speeds that we enjoy today. But as more users come online, 4G networks have just about reached the limit of what they're capable of at a time when users want even more data for their smartphones and devices. Now we're headed toward 5G, the next generation of wireless. It will be able to handle 1,000 times more traffic than today's networks, and it'll be up to 10 times faster than 4G LTE. Just imagine downloading an HD movie in under a second, and then let your imagination run wild. 5G will be the foundation for virtual reality, autonomous driving, the Internet of Things, and stuff we can't even yet imagine. But what exactly is a 5G network? The truth is, experts can't tell us what 5G actually is because they don't even know yet. But right now, there are 5 brand new technologies emerging as the foundation of 5G. Millimeter waves, small cells, massive MIMO, beamforming, and full duplex. First up, technology number 1, millimeter waves. Your smartphone and other electronic devices in your home use very specific frequencies on the radio frequency spectrum, typically those under 6 gigahertz. But these frequencies are starting to get more crowded. Carriers can only squeeze so many bits of data on the same amount of radio frequency spectrum. As more devices come online, we're going to start to see slower service and more dropped connections. The solution is to open up some new real estate. So researchers are experimenting with broadcasting on shorter millimeter waves, those that fall between 30 and 300 gigahertz. This section of spectrum has never been used before for mobile devices, and opening it up means more bandwidth for everyone. But there is a catch. Millimeter waves can't travel well through buildings or other obstacles, and they tend to be absorbed by plants and rain. To get around this problem, we'll need technology number 2, small cell networks. Today's wireless networks rely on large, high-powered cell towers to broadcast their signals over long distances. But remember, higher frequency millimeter waves have a harder time traveling through obstacles, which means if you move behind one, you lose your signal. Small cell networks would solve that problem, using thousands of low-power mini base stations. These base stations would be much closer together than traditional towers, forming a sort of relay team to transmit signals around obstacles. This would be especially useful in cities. As the user moved behind an obstacle, his smartphone would automatically switch to a new base station in better range of his device, allowing him to keep his connection. Next up, technology number 3, massive MIMO. MIMO stands for multiple input, multiple output. Today's 4G base stations have about a dozen ports for antennas that handle all cellular traffic. But massive MIMO base stations can support about 100 ports. This could increase the capacity of today's networks by a factor of 22 or more. Of course, massive MIMO comes with its own complications. Today's cellular antennas broadcast information in every direction at once, and all of those crossing signals could cause serious interference. Which brings us to technology number 4, beamforming. Beamforming is like a traffic signaling system for cellular signals. Instead of broadcasting in every direction, it would allow a base station to send a focused stream of data to a specific user. This precision prevents interference, and it's way more efficient. That means stations could handle more incoming and outgoing data streams at once. Here's how it works. Say you're in a cluster of buildings and you're trying to make a phone call. Your signal is ricocheting off of surrounding buildings and crisscrossing with other signals from users in the area. A massive MIMO base station receives all of these signals and keeps track of the timing and the direction of their arrival. It then uses signal processing algorithms to triangulate exactly where each signal is coming from and plots the best transmission route back through the air to each phone. Sometimes it'll even bounce individual packets of data in different directions. off of buildings or other objects to keep signals from interfering with each other. The result is a coherent data stream sent only to you. Which brings us to technology number 5, full duplex. If you've ever used a walkie-talkie, you know that in order to communicate, you have to take turns talking and listening. That's kind of a drag. Today's cellular base stations have that exact same holdup. A basic antenna can only do one job at a time, either transmit or receive. This is because of a principle called reciprocity, which is the tendency for radio waves to travel both forward and backward along the same frequency. To understand this, it helps to think of a wave like a train loaded up with data. The frequency it's traveling on is like the train track. And if there's a second train trying to go in the opposite direction on the same track, you're going to get some interference. Up until now, the solution has been to have the trains take turns, or to put all the trains on different tracks or frequencies. But you can make things a lot more efficient by working around reciprocity. Researchers have used silicon transistors to create high-speed switches that halt the backward roll of these waves. It's kind of like a signaling system that can momentarily reroute two trains so that they can get past each other. That means there's a lot more getting done on each track a whole lot faster. We're still working out many of the kinks with millimeter waves, small cell networks, massive MIMO, beamforming, and full duplex. In fact, all of 5G is still a work in progress. It will likely include other new technologies too, and making all of these systems work together will be a whole other challenge. But if experts can figure that out, ultra-fast 5G service could arrive in the next 5 years.
There you go. I think I hope you able to watch it and to listen kung paano nag-work yung 5G, right? So again, just a very quick recap regarding on that one. So again, then explain niya what the millimeter waves do, what millimeter waves does, right? Diba? Kaya if you notice, yung 5G na yun, it refers to the 5 technologies. Paano ba sila nag-work? Paano ba sila nagko-collaborate with each other? Diba nakita nyo yung may for every downside nung technology na to, alright? There's another technology that will bypass kung ano yung shortcomings ni Miss Mimo, right? Nakita niya kasi, ang dami ng collisions, alright? There are so many data that been traveling. Meron kasi tayong tinatawag na data traffic, right? If the traffic of data is very quite huge, then the beamforming will come in, right? Ayan. So the beamforming again, pag may collisions nga, then full duplex so that it can. Meron kasi siyang tinatawag na processing. If you notice on the beamforming, you can see some kind of a traffic light, right? That the data will stop in this particular batch, and then the data will push through, then the other one will go to the other end. And yeah, thank you so much, Arwell and Miss Shirley and Donna for sharing your comment. And yeah, I'm very grateful that this becomes very informative to you guys. And again, at least nakita na natin kung paano kumilos yung 5G. Now, we saw how 5G really works. And it's very informative, it's very entertaining, and it's very interesting, no? Paano pa yung pwede niyang gawin? Alright, and what is 5G capable of? How does it impact our schools, our hospitals, our cities? Alright, so let me show you, alright, some other facts regarding 5G. Alright, so sabi dito, imagine that there are billions of connected devices gathering and sharing information in real time to reduce road accidents. Okay. Sa mga first world countries like Japan, South Korea, and US, for example, most of them are using this technology doon sa kanilang streets and sa kanilang road, no. Bukod pa doon sa CCTV cameras that can monitor speed, right? If they are already on their limits. So that is a very good example of how the 5G is working. Then they and notify yung mga traffic enforcer, right? Then they can already see information of that particular vehicle, right? Then mas madali na, di ba? Life-saving applications that can take flight thanks to large pre-guaranteed connections or production lines, especially mga for those manufacturing companies. Most of the manufacturing companies in the US are powered by IoT or Internet of Things, and it can prevent interruptions well before they occur. All right, now let me show with you what can 5G can do in the industry. Tinatawag natin advancing societies. Okay? So 5G opens cutting-edge ways of improving safety and sustainability. All right. Smarter electricity grids for greatly reduce in carbon emissions. All right. Yung pag-emerge ngayon guys ng yung solar panels that we have today, right? And because of the 5G connection that we have, I think that's one of the masasabi natin na game changer in terms of electricity. Right? Na instead of, using those chemicals to produce electricity, I think the solar panel is one of the masasabi natin na game changer. Okay? And if you're going to power it by IoT and some other devices, I think that will be a great lift for our Mother Earth. Okay? Ayan. So, aside from that, more connected devices sharing data to prevent road collisions. Alright? Just like what is happening in the other countries now. Faster deployment of emergency services to accidents. Alright? I don't know if you already heard about the new features of 911 today. No? Hindi na lang sila nakamonitor on their parang headquarters kasi they have their own CCTV cameras there. They have their own app na rin as well. Right, for some emergencies to report, then they will notify those people who are in authorities, diba? And they're maximizing the technologies that the 5G can offer. They're not, aside from those calls, aside from the phone calls that they receive, they are maximizing all the possible platforms that they can use, right? Powered by 5G. Alright, connected sensors that can detect and warn of natural disasters early. Exactly. And I think if you're going to watch the data centers of Facebook in YouTube, try to watch it. Data center ni Amazon and Microsoft and Google. I think most of their buildings has what we call disaster sensors. For example, merong siguro pinaka-common na alam natin no? Na hindi natin tanggalin yung 5G is yung smoke detector sa mga buildings. Before it can burn out a certain room, then it will, may sensor yan, mahuhulog yung tubig. Right? Yung pinaka-basic. Tanggalin natin yung 5G. But most of the devices now is kailangan may sensor technology para magamit natin yung 5G technology. And most of us are using that right now. Right, remote expertise with specialists consulting, diagnosing patients elsewhere. Okay? Yung tinatawag natin na e-consult. Di ba? And most of the hospitals now, in terms of their devices, are now using that as well. And drones, becoming a key tool to accelerate and support emergency. Di ba? I think, ang drone lang before is some kind of a game, some kind of a toy. No? Pwedeng laruin ng mga 10-year-old kid and up. But now, is ginagamit na siya for emergency cases, for even hospitals, I think, or for other industries, no, na gumagamit ng drones. Okay? And that drones can now start to share and deliver data to other people. Right? There. So in terms of advancing societies, these are just some of the many benefits that we can to use. Now, transforming industries. So whatever industry that we have, All right, so in the mobile, um, in the cloth, or in whatever industry that we are in, right? So yung production lines automatically reacting to supply and demand because most of the industries now is powered by different platform. Pag gusto natin makita yung demographics in terms of the supplies and demand of this particular industry, so you can now use whatever device that we have, tablets, smartphones, then pwede natin yung i-notify. Right? Digital replicas that can warn about real machinery faults ahead of time. Imagine that. Alright? So, paano ganyan gagawin? It can notify you through your mobile phone, alright? Through your email or through your smart device that you have, like smartwatch. Okay? So, logistics of networks automates the routing goods based on real-time, real-world conditions. Alright, for example, based on Internet of Behavior, right? So, on this particular app, ulan ng ulan. Because there are some plants that need some water. There are some plants na hindi na masyadong kailangan ng tubig. Alright? Now, that app just nakita niya that in a certain week, magkakaroon ng stats yan na almost 6 times na umuulan in a week. Alright, then there's a certain recommendation na ito yung kailangan mo itanim. Right? Amazing. Di ba? So, those and also food delivery apps. Yeah, I mean, you can also do that, no? It depends dun sa kung anong area, no? Kung anong area yung mas maraming bumibili, mas maraming nagbo-book. Then that's where the app will give you some recommended buyers, di ba? Okay? Ayan. So, full traceability down to individual item at warehouse and ports, remote access to powerful robots and vehicles for more improved safety in risky environment. Okay? Ayan. Of course, no? Yung mga remote access sa mga powerful robots, but in our days, wala pa naman. But in other countries, I think they are using that. No? And increase of IoT devices in agriculture to efficiently grow crops. Alright, because of the notifications na pwedeng magbigay or information that can give to all the farmers and to all the dealers and manufacturers of that particular lands or goods. Okay? Now, that is on the industries. How about on us as end users? Paano ba ma-elevate the experience natin in using the 5G? Alright? So, 5G sets the stage for more immersive entertainment and more engaging education, of course. So, greater realization in virtual reality, augmented reality, extended reality, or XR, alright, with lighter devices. Alright, so again, dyan naman tayo mag-enjoy. Okay? So, delivery sensory experiences like touch through devices. And yeah, I can sense na 2022 or 2025 or this coming 5 years from now, most of the devices now are being touch censored na. So more engaging methods of teaching through immersive content, which is hologram is now already in the market. Nakikita na natin yan. ABBA already used it when they conducted their concert. Di ba? Nag-concert na sila noon through hologram. And I think we can see it coming again. More hologram technology will come in this coming years or days or months. Okay, and again, that is powered by 5G again. Okay, and immersive virtual meetings to boost more remote team productivity, especially now na we are most of the society are now boost on remote team. No? Most of the companies are using platforms like this one, no? Teams, Zoom, di ba? And lalo ngayon guys, no, that there's already a law na yung work from home meeting is already a law, so you cannot choose. So, ibig sabihin talaga magbuboost talaga yung remote meeting, mga virtual meetings na yan. Alright, okay. Stable and reliable connectivity in crowd spaces and new angles and interactions for live and remote event spectators. Okay, I think some of you guys are raining in their area. Kami magsisimula pa lang. I think kina Donna nag-send ng clouds. Alright, tama ba? Alright, so right, again, feel free to let me know, no, if you have some challenges in terms of connections. And I'm gonna let you know as well because the rain is about to fall. Okay. Okay, there you go. So those are the I share with you some of the capabilities na pwedeng maibigay ng 5G as long as we started to embrace it. But the next is, ano yung challenges in terms of deployment? Sa lahat ng technologies, the deployment is the most challenging part. Alright? Yun yung pinaka-challenging part talaga. Okay? So there are so many factors that we need to consider. Alright? Now, I'm gonna share with you 5 challenges if in case Philippines will start to really make this technology be available, no, in nationwide. First is frequency bands. Alright, yung tinatawag natin millimeter waves. Alright, so unlike 4G LTE that already operates on established frequency bands below 6 Hz, si 5G kasi, if you notice on the video that you watched earlier, mas malaki yung range na requirement. Alright, it requires 5 to 300 gigahertz. And not all companies has the capability to have that. Alright, so some bands, better known as millimeter waves, can carry far more capacity and deliver 20-fold increase over LTE's fastest theoretical throughput. So you need to invest on that as well. Alright, so if you notice, wireless carriers still need to bid for the higher spectrum. Medyo may mga technical aspect tayo dyan. Yung mga, pag sinabi natin spectrum bands, those are the cell sites that can handle that range of gigahertz. Right, as they build and roll out their respective 5G networks. In the US nga, no, nagbid sila to 28 gigahertz spectrum alone reach $690 million or 615 million pounds by December 2018. Okay? So, again, merong kasamang investment. Alright? So, again, 5G is good, but again, you really need to prepare for it. Okay? In terms of frequency bands. Okay? Kaya, mas malaki yung hertz kasi mas marami naman devices ang kayang i-accommodate. If you notice the image or the video that you watched earlier, no? Right? So, the more devices that we are using now, kasi dati ginagamit lang naman natin dati, phone lang eh. Diba? Wala pa namang tablet dati. Wala pa namang virtual reality na parang head or player, for example. Wala pang masyadong PS4 before. But now, there are so many devices that we are using now. That's why, the more data that the telco will accommodate, syempre, kailangan ng mas malaki frequency. Okay? The other one is deployment and coverage. Okay? Through 5G offers a significant increase in speed and bandwidth, its more limited range will require further infrastructure, of course. Okay? So higher frequencies enable highly directed radio waves. Yun. So the challenge is that yung 5G antennas natin, guys, although able to handle more users and data, can only beam over shorter distances. Kaya imagine yung smart cities na pinakita natin earlier, there's not sure kung gaano kalayo yung meter, pero the more antenna that we have, the more cell sites, iba yung tower ha. Yung tower, tapos meron ka pang antenna that will handle all the data, and yun yung responsible to spread yung packets, no? So this means that the antennas and base stations ang tawag para natin doon. Right? Those base stations will likely be smaller than the 5G era. Right? Ayan. So cities will need to install what? Extra repeaters to spread out the waves. Right? And extend range while also maintaining consistent speeds in more densely populated areas. For this reason, it's likely that carriers will continue to use lower frequency bands to cover wider areas until the 5G network matures. Alright. So ngayon kasi guys, sa atin, in our country, hindi pa siya purely 5G technology. Naka-umbrella pa rin tayo kay 4G. Because in terms of the frequency bands, not all bands or not all frequencies is maabot na siya ng 300 gigahertz. Right. So the 5G probably is yung signal is powered by 5G pero yung nakakarating sa atin na signal is still 4G. Right? So I hope you are getting my point. Okay? Yeah. So hindi pa siya really 5G actually. Right? Yeah. Third one is the cost to build and buy. Alright, so of all technologies, of all new technologies, again, the factor, the biggest factor there is money or investment, right? So again, total global spending on 5G is to reach $88 billion or 78.4 billion pounds by 2023, according to Heavy Readings Mobile Operator by 5G Capex. Once it becomes truly viable, certain device segments will be connected entirely new ways, particularly vehicles, appliances, robots, and city infrastructures. There. Alright? So, siguro self-explanatory naman yan kaya hindi na natin siya i-discuss technically. But for all those new technologies that we have, we really need to invest money for that. Then, device support. Yeah. There's a bit of buzz already generating around 5G-enabled smartphones. Pero, yun nga, yung availability ng mga devices is not that yet widespread pa. Right? So, some carriers like in the US nga, South Korea and Japan already launched 5G pilots in select cities. And manufacturers have confirmed compatible mobile devices are coming last 2019. Right? So, it's a good thing na sa mga bansang to, meron silang mga parang kumbaga test. They are trying to test every cities if the 5G is sa ano na yung narating. Right? Now, it's a good thing that we can do it also here in our country. Right? But again, yung mga support ng mga devices natin, not all devices are 5G ready. Right? And the last one is, again, one of the most important thing is the security and privacy. Since it's just nag-roll out lang siya, kaka-roll out lang, 1 or 2 years after, no? Yeah. I think majority flow na, no, is still 4G capable pa rin. Alright. Again, as I've said, si Globe in Smart, even though they are making their commercials already, na meron na silang SIM powered by 5G, but again, the antennas and all the cell sites is still naka-umbrella pa rin kay 4G because of the frequency band. And I think they cannot afford to buy that one-time big time na magpalit agad ng infrastructures. Okay, probably in case no na nagpalit na talaga sila totally, yung band natin will become 300 gigahertz of all the cell sites. Then doon natin mararamdaman yung boost ng internet natin. Right? But going back in terms of security and privacy, there are still studies and research that have been conducting as of the moment to make sure that all the data and all the possible rollout that will happen for every country will be secured. That will be under authentication and key agreement, or what we call ACA or AKA. Alright? So it will currently be possible to track people nearby using their phones or even eavesdrop on live phone calls. Alright. The rain started to fall. I think, though I'm almost done naman na. So it's a good thing. Okay. Alright. So, conclusion, guys. Alright, just a quick fact again. It estimated, guys, by 2035, matagal pa naman to, it will enable, how many? 12.3 trillion of global economic output and support 20 million jobs worldwide. Alright? So, that will be on 2035. Alright, again, the dawn of 5G network presents the opportunity for the development and implementation of technologies that holds the potential to address many of the barriers for the delivery or specialist eye care to the global population. And even not just on the eye care industry, but on every industry that we have. All right. So, thank you so much, guys, for joining this track. And the floor is open for the Q&A. I think I have some questions dito, a chat box. I just need to, ito. Okay, from Jude. Guys, you can start typing your questions if you have one. Magbabackread lang ako sa mga other questions that I haven't read it earlier. So, I mean, yung internet connection nila dapat ibalik sa dati na canopy antenna or other network internet receiver para wireless na sila pero connection is fastest like 5G. Sama kasi tignan ng mga wire nila kung saan. Yeah, actually, that's one of the problem here. Lalo dito sa area namin is mababa. Pag may dumadaan na truck, nasasabit na puputol. And it's a good thing na yung wire namin hindi siya nasa gitna, nasa gilid. So, pero syempre, again, it's ang country ata na gumagawa niya na naka-underground yung wiring is I think Japan and I think Singapore as well. Alright, we've been there before at wala kami nakikitang wire in Singapore. Alright, but here in a country, not sure if that will be implemented. Alright, not sure if this question will make sense o if natanong ang nasagot na po earlier, but where does the 5G stand in terms of privacy and security? Alright, in terms of privacy and security, for example, doon sa sa telcos na lang itself, sino ba ang nag-spread ng data packet? It's the telco. Alright? Now, in terms of privacy and security is pag ako yung end user and I started to share my data, right, with that technology, is it safe? Right? Even though for example, mag-save ako ng file ko to Google Drive or OneDrive, there are some instances if the telco doesn't put some securities on that, yung data na share mo doon through the particular connection will be possible na pwede ma-corrupt, possible na pwede ma-expose. Right? Something like that. So, hindi lang natin siya nakikita on the back end, but I think that's one of the issues at the moment. Right? Ayan. If ever po ma-implement ang 5G technology, yung may banta po ba ito sa kalusugan ng tao? Not sure on that. There are some studies na nakakabaog nga daw because of the radiation, not siguro kahit hindi siya 5G, yung mismo radiation na nakukuha natin sa telephone and any electronic device, but I cannot confirm, pero siguro the mere fact that na mas madalas mo siya magamit pag sobrang ginagamit mo siguro, pag sobrang nakatutok ka, sabihin natin you are spending 20 hours a day in video streaming, I think nakakasama talaga sa kalusugan niya. Alright, so sa lahat ng sobra, I think that's the worst thing that might happen. Okay, so I hope I was able to answer your question, Michael. Saudi Arabia, oh really, that's good to know. Alright, problem po ng P2P magkaroon ng noise sa frequency pag masyado ng madumi, mahina na din ang link kahit 5G na. Oh, yeah. Okay. So aside po doon sa nabanggit nyo kanina, it will greatly reduce carbon emission. Ano pa pong benefit ng environment? Let's face the truth, we're losing Earth. Hindi pa po ba nagtitake masyado ng risk just for better signal? I think in terms of I think bukod pa doon sa sinabi ko, ano, in terms of the industry, uh, since most of the countries now are started to have a modern vehicle, yung driveless cars, and even yung mga society, and even mga electronic bike, something like that, mga e-cars, something like that, and it was powered by internet. Okay, so mabawasan yung mga manufacturing industries that gumagamit ng carbon, gumagamit ng charcoal, right? And those companies that trying to burn this minerals or something, all right, na it can destroy our ozone layer. So I think let's wait siguro, let's give 5G a shot. All right, bigyan natin siya ng pagkakataon. So nakita na natin si 4G, kaya lang si 5G kasi it's 10 times faster than 4G, guys. So imagine how fast is it. All right? From nakita niyo naman kanina yung sa evolution, no? From 22 ilang gigahertz, 20 gigabits per second. Right? And it can turn a city to a smart city, as I tell you. But again, not all countries can handle that. So the first countries will be the first beneficiary of that, like China, Japan, South Korea, and US. Okay? Yeah. So I don't know if you can still hear me because the rain is really falling so hard. So I hope narinig nyo rin po ako. So, questions so far? Still have no questions? So again, guys, thank you so much. I shared again the attendance form. So for those who haven't filled up yet, please start to fill this out and kindly provide your name that you want to appear in the certificate. Right? All right. Thank you so much. All right, there you go. Wait lang, guys. Just give me a minute. I'll just close the window because the rain is falling so hard. Thank you so much. Just give me 30 seconds. Hang on.
Thank you very much indeed, Chris, for the valuable session. I'll also be requesting the participants if you could share your experience. That will be really good, and we want to hear you actually. Any questions? We are looking forward for the questions, and we are also looking forward for the participants to share your experience. Anyone who would love to share your experience? So we were looking forward, and we are also looking forward for the questions if you are having. After the current session, there's another session planned for you, the closing one, and then we will wrap up the first day. Okay, if no question, then thank you very much for everyone for your participation, and thank you very much, Chris, once again for providing this, learning-oriented session. Thank you.
Hi everyone. Thank you so much for waiting. All right. You can still hear me? Hello? Can you hear me, guys? Guys, tinig niyo ba ako?
Well,
For those who are asking, all right, for those who are asking if the attendance is different, yeah, because the certificate that will be given to you guys is based on is based on the tracks that you attended, right? So yun yung magiging certificate ninyo. So certificate of completion that you just attended the 5G technology track, right? So all right. So again, guys, Bangash, are you still there? I think Bangash lost his connection. I don't know. Guys, can you just open your
Yes, yes, I'm here.
minute and let's have a very quick photo op.
Yes, Chris?
Hello, Bangas, can you still hear me?
Yes, yes, yeah. Go ahead. I'm hearing.
Everyone, can you hear me, guys?
Yes.
yes, sir.
Alright, guys, pa-open na lang po ng camera natin. I think I cannot hear you, Bangas. Sorry. There you go.
I'm
Thanks.
hearing you. I can hear you, Chris. I can hear you.
Thanks, sir, Joseph. Okay, and thank you so much again for attending our third Philippine Scaling Summit, and hopefully you can join us on our upcoming training and programs plan and go page. Again, I think most of us are already open their cameras. So on three, wear your best smile, guys. Okay, give your best shot. Give your best smile. Okay, at the count of three. Here we go. Here we go now. 1, 2, and 3. Smile, guys. Okay. Again, thank you everyone for attending our tracks. And again, I strongly advise you guys to please go back to our main plenary, sa ating pong main hall for other announcements and programs that we're going to share with you. Okay, so I'm gonna share with you the link later on. I just copy it and I just paste it sa ating chat box. But if you already have a copy of the main link, please start it to leave now this room and balik po tayo guys doon sa ating plenary hall. Again, thank you guys. Bye-bye. See you later.
Meron pa?
This is Ryan. After
After drinking his morning coffee, Ryan checked his emails and found a very worrisome message. It looks like he got an email that says his video streaming service payment was not processed. This might be bad. He is in the middle of watching an exciting TV show and he doesn't want to stop his subscription. Does he have to call his bank? Is this going to be an issue? online bulletin board ng mababang paaralan ng Santorino. Ngayong araw, may nagtitrending na post tungkol sa isang estudyante na di umano ay nandaya para makakuha ng mataas na grades sa final exams. Siya si Crystal. Consistent honor student si Crystal na nasa grade 10 ng mababang paaralan ng Santorino. Sa hindi malamang kadahilanan, pinagbibintangan si Crystal na nandaya sa exam kaya niya ito na perfect habang marami sa kaklase niya ang bumagsak. Pero hindi ito totoo Nag-aral ng maigi si Crystal at hindi nangopya o nandaya. Dahil dito, nakakuha ng maraming hate messages si Crystal. May mga nagsasabi sa kanya na ipopost nila ang nangyari sa social media nila para maging viral. May mga tumawag sa kanya ng kung ano-anong pangalan. Meron pang sinabihan siya na mag-drop out na lang sa school. Malaking stress ang dinulot nito kay Crystal, pero dahil naalala niya ang natutunan niya sa Cyber Safe Learning Program ng DICT, alam niya kung ano ang kailangan niyang susunod na gawin. Dahil sa Cyber Safe Learning ng DICT, natutunan ni Crystal kung ano ang cyberbullying at kung paano ito haharapin. Bukod sa cyberbullying, tinuruan din sila kung paano maging mapagmatsyag laban sa mga online scams, mga cyber threats, at kung paano makakasiguro sa tamang online information at iba pa. Ang Cyber Safe Learning Program ng Go Philippines at DICT ay naglalayon na i-empower ang mga kabataang Pilipino kung paano ma-manage ang sariling kapakanan sa pamamagitan ng edukasyon at kaalaman sa cyber safety. Isang oras lang ito pero marami silang natutunan sa trainer nila. Kasama sa mga natutunan nila ang mga sumusunod: paggamit ng digital technologies in today's world, mga threats at risks sa digital space, kahalagahan at basic concepts ng cyber safety at hygiene, mga techniques at best practices, at paano maging safe sa digital space. Maraming natutunan si Crystal sa training na ito. May mga bagong kaalaman at mga kwento tungkol sa mga maaaring consequences ng cyberbullying sa biktima at sa mga nambubuli. Napag-usapan din kung paano makakasiguro na magiging safe space ang internet sa mga menor de edad na katulad niya. Ano ang ginawa ni Crystal? Una, sinave niya ang mga mensahe at nag-screenshot ng mga hate messages na natanggap niya. Sinabi rin niya sa mga magulang niya kung ano ang nangyayari at tinulungan siyang magsabi sa kanyang mga teachers. Dahil dito, naging aware ang eskwelahan sa nangyayari at sinigurong mapapanagod ang mga bully at nagkaroon ng mga interventions para mapanatiling safe space ang kanilang paaralan.
Hi. My name is Stephanie. Last year, I was working abroad as a housekeeper in one of the famous hotels. I was very good at my job and I was able to support my family in the Philippines. But the pandemic happened. The hotel had to terminate some employees and I was one of them. I was forced to come home to the Philippines. I've been trying to look for a job and I hear that working at contact centers is good. But my problem is, I am not very confident in English. I know my skills are good, but when I get interviewed, I get so scared.
I see on your resume that you were a housekeeper. How do you think you will adapt to giving customer service on the phone?
Basically I talk to them like I clean, and then sometimes when customers talk to me, like they ask, even they are angry, I stay and I try to answer questions. One day, as I was browsing my social media, I came across an ad for the Cebu IT BPM organization, or CIBO Prime Training Program. Something caught my eye. Free 5-day English communication skills training. Is this true? The CIBO Prime Training Program, through TESDA's Tulong Trabaho Act, is a free 5-day English communication skills training for qualified out-of-school youth, displaced workers, former OFWs, or career shifters. The Prime Training Program would help reinforce and strengthen the trainees' English communication skills to have greater employment opportunities, especially in contact centers. Participants will be learning the following: speech techniques, grammar and vocabulary, thought construction and coherence, written communication, answering job interviews, and more. On the last day of the program, recruitment teams from different member companies of the organization will conduct simultaneous recruitment and hiring activity from the pool of participants. I joined the program and I was able to regain my confidence and was able to ace my English interview.
I see on your resume that you were a housekeeper. How do you think you will transfer to giving customer service on the phone?
I believe that being a housekeeper in an international hotel exposed me to different cultures, and I'm able to assist them with a smile on my face no matter how angry or demanding they were.
Great interview. Can you start next week?
I got the job. For more information about the Prime program and questions on signing up, you may contact CIBO on their official Facebook page or visit their website at www.cib.org.ph.
Tubig. Isang limitado ngunit napakahalagang likas na yaman para mapanatili ang buhay ng humigit kumulang 112 milyong Pilipino, kasama na ang mga halaman at hayop. Subalit, nakokontamina natin ang mismong tubig na ating inaasahan para sa ating pang-araw-araw na pamumuhay. Sanhi ito ng laganap na basura, mga labis sa produktong pang-industriya, at iba pang maruruming bagay na natatangay sa ating natural na supply ng tubig. 2 sa 10 munisipalidad ay walang mapagkukuhanan ng malinis na tubig, habang 92% ng mga sambahayang Pilipino ay walang maayos na sewerage system. Ang ating kalikasan ay nangangailangan ng ating tulong para malinis ang nakakaalarmang dami ng kontaminadong tubig. Ang tradisyonal na water treatment system ay isang malaking trabaho at nangangailangan ng malaking pondo bago ito mapatakbo at mapanatili. Karamihan ng mga ito ay biological process na kumakain ng mahabang panahon sa retensyon, kumukonsumo ng maraming enerhiya, nangangailangan ng open-air process at iba pang karagdagang proseso base sa reuse standards. Ngayon, mayroon ng bagong wastewater treatment. Ang teknolohiya nito ay gumagamit lamang ng konting enerhiya, maliit na operating costs, at hindi nag-iiwan ng malaking footprint kaysa sa karaniwang treatment plan. Ito ang Integrated Water Solution. Pinagsama-sama ng Integrated Water Solution ang tatlong importanteng solusyon. Una, ang pagpondo sa komunidad, pangalawa, ang teknolohiya, at pangatlo, ang operasyon nito. Ang programang ito ay nilikha ng Go Philippines para makapaghatid ng malinis na inuming tubig at maisulong ang sanitasyon sa mga komunidad sa Pilipinas. Ang IWS technology ay isang patented process na nagsisimula sa pagproproseso ng tuloy-tuloy na daloy ng hanggang 1.14 cubic meters kada minuto ng wastewater influence na nagmumula sa wastewater facilities collection system ng munisipalidad. Ang polymer ay idinadagdag sa daloy ng mga solids. Ang grinder ay ginagamit para paliitin ang malalaking solids at siguraduhin na hindi ito lalaki higit sa 1 pulgada. Pagkatapos, ang variable frequency drive o VFD na kinokontrol ng centrifugal pump ay magtatakda ng system rate flow. Pinapadali ng VFD control ang pag-automate ng separation process. Pagkatapos ay sinusukat ng mass flow meter ang density ng wastewater. Ang pagtukoy sa density at dami ng solids sa wastewater stream ay nagbibigay daan sa proseso na magdagdag ng mga flocculent polymers at hangin sa waste stream. Ang mga maliliit na bula ay nabubuo at sumasama sa organic solids na tumutulong sa separation process. Ang rector type separator ay nasa sentro ng IWS technology. Ang umiikot o spinning drum ay lumilikha ng isang vortex sa tubig at ang centrifugal force na dulot nito ay siyang naghihiwalay sa tubig sa tatlong bahagi. Ang mas mabigat kaysa sa water solids ay napupunta sa gilid. Ang core ay nabubuo sa gitna na naglalaman ng mas magaan kaysa sa water solids kasama ang mga langis at grasa. Ang core na ito ay lumalabas sa separator at sumasama sa mas mabigat na tubig. Ang kombinasyong ito ay katulad ng pinaghalong likido mula sa pangalawang biological treatment system at ihahanda para sa karagdagang pagproproseso. Ang ikatlong bahagi naman ay isang separator product water na nakatakda para sa karagdagan pang paglinis ng tubig. Ang product water ay higit pang prinoproseso gamit ang pre-filter, membrane, UV at chlorine disinfectant na naghahanda sa tubig para muling magamit ito. Ang pagpili ng mga polymer adjustments sa air injection
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. And you are now back here at the main plenary of the third Philippine Skilling Summit 2022. Once again, we will be having another part of the program before we call it a day. And also, we would like to remind our participants here that attendance link for the plenary session will be posted later on. So please stay behind. And before we call on our next speaker to share with us the different program or the new program of Go Philippines that will be launched very soon, allow me to quickly walk you through on the Cyber Safe Learning for Education project. This is one of the initiatives of the Department of Information and Communications Technology partnered with Microsoft and Go Philippines. All right, so just to share with everyone, the primary aim of the Cyber Safe Learning for Education project aims to empower the Filipinos to self-manage cyber safety and well-being through proactive edification or through proactive education. With this 1-hour course or just a 60-minute of your time, this will already include the following contents. We have the use of digital technologies in today's world. Part of the program as well, we will be discussing the threats and risks of digital space. We also have the importance and basic concept of cyber safety and hygiene, and also the techniques and best practices. And this will touch on the cyber wellness, and also part of the discussion would be protecting personal data and guard security against online scams and cyber threats. Now, what should I get if I attend the Cyber Safe Learning for Education project? Here are the benefits of this program. You will be receiving a certificate of participation being endorsed by Microsoft and DICT. Also, this program is a learning pathway offerings that would be available to all our participants, especially to the students who will be graduating soon from college. It will help you secure job opportunities through the Career Center. Also, we have limited free Microsoft courses for personal and professional development. And another benefit of this program is the eligibility to become a student ambassador of Cyber Safe Learning for Education project of Microsoft, DICT, and Go Philippines. Aside from the benefits that you will be receiving once you finish this course, the Cyber Safe Learning for Education project, here are the exclusive perks that will be available among you, students and professionals who will be joining this program. You'll be You will be receiving special vouchers on selected training programs of DICT, Microsoft, and Go Philippines. And part of those are the programs on Microsoft Office Suite training program, which later on our Microsoft certified trainer will be discussing with us. We also have here special vouchers for project management, for e-commerce, and this includes the training programs on business analysis, entrepreneurship, e-marketing, and web development. And also, we are offering special vouchers for leadership development in education. Another exclusive perk is that a complimentary invitation to relevant programs and conferences hosted or powered by Go Philippines. These are, of course, the programs where you learn from industry leaders and experts in digital technology, like the Philippine Skilling Summit. And also, this is a platform not only for students, but also for professionals to transform education and take the initiative on digital appreciation, innovation goals, and moving forward strategies. So you'll see that this is not only a certification program, not only a learning program, but there are other benefits, exclusive perks being partnered here at the Cyber Safe Learning for Education project. Also, you will be getting a very special rate when you register and attend to our MOS courses. Again, later on, it will be discussed with us by the Microsoft certified trainer that we have here at the main plenary. So what are you waiting for? Go now and register for free for the Cyber Safe Learning for Education project. This is actually happening daily from Monday to Friday, starting June 30 up to July 29, 2022. There are 4 schedules that you can choose from, so rest assured that you will have the convenience in choosing the time and date you wish to attend. We are running daily, Monday to Friday, at around 9 o'clock in the morning. The second batch is 10:30 in the morning. Then we have 2 afternoon sessions scheduled at 1:30 and 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So we are encouraging all our participants here who have not joined the Cyber Safe Learning for Education project to register now for free. All you have to do is to visit dict.gophilippines.org/CLEP and you can now register for free. So that's it for our Cyber Safe Learning for Education project. So I hope our participants will take this opportunity to join the Cyber Safe Learning for Education project. All right. So this time, I'll be calling another partner who will be sharing with us the MOS or the Microsoft Office Suite program. In here, you will be learning more about the program and definitely you'll be excited to enroll to this program. So let me now call the Microsoft Certified Trainer of Go Philippines, Mr. Christopher Luzano.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. So hope you can hear me and you can also see me as well.
Hi Chris, good afternoon. Yes, we can hear you well and we can see you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Belle. So allow me to share my screen as well for me to present what the Microsoft Office Suite is all about, or sometimes we call it as MOS.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, all right. So let me know if you can see my screen now.
Yes, Chris, we're seeing it.
Okay, so again, I want to introduce to you guys about Microsoft Office Suite, or we call it as MOS training. So this training is combined of Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. And also, by the way, did you know that 23.8% of the college students today having some struggles to secure a job, to land for a job, right? So if you want to hire quickly with those companies that looking for you guys is, again, learn the essentials of Microsoft Office, this 3 course bundle for Office 2021. So let's learn Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint from basic, intermediate, and advanced level. All right, from the Microsoft Certified Trainer and Microsoft Office Expert by yours truly as well. All right. So again, let me show you some of the topics that we're going to cover for Microsoft Basic. For Microsoft Word, it's more on creating some Word documents and able to insert graphics and tables. All right, and for Excel, this will introduce to you the basic functionalities in terms of formats and formulas and functions by using the Excel platform. And for PowerPoint, in this phase, as we will teach you how to make use of insert images, how to make use of the animation and the transitions, and by applying themes and designs on every presentations that we are going to do. All right, and for Microsoft Intermediate training, so these are the topics. So for PowerPoint, it will allow you to insert graph, create a graph, all right, and inserting objects, all right, you're going to format it, and we're going to teach you how to insert video online as well, and audio. And for Microsoft Excel, it will cover how to make use of 3D or 3D formulas, how to deal with multiple workbooks, how to make use of conditional formatting, which is, I think, most of the companies are using that. Most of the office workers are using it as well. And also how to make use of Excel tables and how to create name ranges. And for the Word is how to make use of advanced formatting, how to format images, and how to make use of the page layout setting. And if you want to deep dive more on the functionalities and features of these three Microsoft Office app, let's learn at the advanced level. So for the Excel, it's more on a functions, it's more on the formulas already, and we will also cover pivot tables, pivot charts, how to handle those things. And on the PowerPoint presentation, it's more on how to make use of the functionality in terms of presentation, setting up a slideshow, creating your photo album in PowerPoint. And for Word, it's more on creating table of contents, collaborating with, checking the grammar, and using the new feature of Word right now, which is what we call editor, some kind of a Grammarly thing, and how to insert mail merge and some kind of envelopes. All right. So if you're going to complete this program, guys, and you will be earning a certificate of completion approved by Microsoft and official sanctioning bodies of the Philippines. And you will also enjoy exclusive access to student learning portal with a library of content shared during class and class presentation of experts in the field. All right, so these are different benefits that you can get when you enroll for the MOS program. All right, and also, again, it will be facilitated by yours truly, who is a Microsoft certified trainer, Microsoft Office specialist, and Microsoft Office expert. So what you're waiting for, guys? So if you want to know more about this program, don't hesitate to click or to type that link, mos.gophilippines.org, and get a digital edge and start turning big. And just go to the website and start enrolling now. And guys, we have an upcoming class this coming July 11 for the most basic or Microsoft Office Suite basic training. All right, so enroll now, guys, and see you on July 11 and the upcoming dates for this MOS training. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Once again, that was Christopher Luzano, Microsoft Certified Trainer of Go Philippines. And thank you so much, Chris, for sharing with us this program. So once again, you have heard it from Christopher Luzano, Go Philippines Microsoft Certified Trainer. And we have just launched with you here the MOS training course or the Microsoft Office Suites training program. And so if you would like to take the leap in improving your literacy in MS Office, such as in MS Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, this is the best time for you to take the opportunity and, of course, to avail it at a very, very low and discounted rate. So once again, we are encouraging everyone to visit the website or to visit the link for that program. We have the dict.gophilippines.org/MOS. All right. Okay, so moving forward now, here at the afternoon session, I would just like to remind once again all our participants here that the attendance link for the main plenary or our main plenary here will be posted later on. That's why we encourage everyone to please stay behind, and later on we will be sending you here the attendance link. So this afternoon we will be having the presentation of the development journey of Go Philippines. So allow me now to call the Chief Partnership and Strategy Officer of Go Philippines for the presentation of development journey of Go Philippines. Let us all welcome Mr. Carl Leung. Hi, sir. Good afternoon and welcome to the Philippine Skilling Summit 2022.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for your time for attending the third Philippine Skilling Summit. It's a pleasure to meet you all. My name is Carl Leung. I'm the co-founder and Chief Partnerships and Strategy Officer of Go Philippines. I'll just load my slides to prepare for my presentation. I just want to check if everybody sees my slides.
Yes, sir. It's up now.
Okay, great. So anyway, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much once again. So what is Go Philippines? So Go Philippines basically is a mission-driven social enterprise operating a Smart Nation program. And this Smart Nation program delivers all sorts of socioeconomic benefits and critical services like education, healthcare, finance, employment, technology, and other critical services from the government and from the private sector via an e-commerce platform. And our overall goal is really to improve the quality of life of Filipinos and for the growth and development of the Philippines. So education is the driving force behind all our efforts, as it provides the most comprehensive and impactful channel into the lives of Filipinos. And we are a public-private coalition. We empower both the public and private sectors with financing, technology, operational guidance to prepare communities for digital solutions and smart tools, foster smart government services, empower businesses, thereby improving the quality of life of Filipinos. So our program reaches 10 million plus Filipinos. This is in partnership with our various strategic partners like DICT, with other schools, right? That I'll be listing on, enumerating in a bit. So these are some of the transactions or services that can be found on the Go Philippines platform. We've got student assistance, including low interest loans, scholarships and grants. We've got online courses, government and professional accreditation. We've got technologies like laptops, internet connectivity, which we can sell online by the Go Philippines platform. We also have personal and business lending for short and long-term needs, both for businesses and individuals. And lastly, we've got the Career Center, where Filipinos come to our site to look for jobs and to access tools like a resume builder and get tips on how to perform better on interviews. So I mentioned a while ago that education is the focal point of Go Philippines, since this is the most impactful channel to the lives of Filipinos. And so under education, we've got courses, accreditation, and learning paths. If you go to the website right now, the v2.gophilippines.org, you will see these tabs under courses, accreditation, and learning paths. So if you click on courses, you'll be able to browse the different courses we've already onboarded, and we're currently onboarding a lot of other courses onto our platform. We already have Microsoft, LinkedIn, and GitHub courses onboarded, and as we speak, we're onboarding other courses from other partners and educational institutions from the Philippines and around the world. So if you click on browse courses, you'll be able to do a filter, right, and be able to toggle between different types of courses, lengths of courses, whether it's beginner course, intermediate course, advanced course. We even have content for kindergarten kids, right? So this will be coming soon. So we've got studies We've got comics based on studies from the top Ivy League schools in the United States, and we will be launching this soon once the Go Philippines version 2 website goes live. We also have an accreditation tab. This will house the Philippine National Accreditation Center. This is where both people from the public sector and the private sector come to our site to access accreditation, certifications and licenses. I mentioned a while ago the Philippine National Accreditation Center. This will be the central repository for accreditations, certifications, and licenses. It's basically a one-stop shop for public and private sector organizations for them to verify the validity of an accreditation from a job applicant, for example. And then next we go to other critical services. So the example I'm showing here is the careers tab. This is the LinkedIn, if you like, or the jobs market for Go Philippines. This is where Filipinos can come to our site, look for various jobs and, maybe banking or engineering or whatnot. And these other tabs I'll be showing are not live yet, but eventually you will be able to access them once these tabs go live. So what I'm showing right now is the government tab. Under this tab, eventually Filipinos can come to our site to access all sorts of government services. They'll be able to, for example, apply for a driver's license, register their vehicles, apply for a business permit, or pay their taxes. So the idea really is for Go Philippines to integrate all of these different government services online so that everybody just comes to one site to transact government services, education services, the jobs market, etc. Lastly, we've got this finance tab, which will also go live soon. It's a one-stop shop for anything about money. So we've got things like scholarships, we've got grants in there. We're going to have low-interest student loans. People can apply for credit cards and personal and business loans. They can also do remittance services, send money to their relatives here in the Philippines and abroad, and vice versa. And lastly, they can also pay all sorts of bills like electricity bills, water bills, phone bills, etc. So under the Go Philippines education program, in partnership with DICT, we've got the Cyber Safe Learning for Education project, that's CLEP. We've got the Digital Teachers and Learners project, that's the DTLP program. We also have the Microsoft Office Suite program, which Christian Luzano just briefed you about. And then we also have an education program with Cebu ITBPM organization. I'll show you these sites in a bit so you have a better understanding of what they are all about. We also have a water program called the Integrated Water Solution. And this will be in partnership again with some government agencies. We're just finalizing some of the agreements with them, but that should be online soon. So this is a sample of one of our programs with DICT. It's a Cyber Safe Learning for Education project. Basically, the main concept behind CLEP is providing digital skills to non-digital Filipinos. So we teach them the basics of what the internet's all about, what are tablets, what are computers, how to stay safe when navigating the internet, all these things about drawing non-digital Filipinos into the digital world. We also have this DTLP program, which I mentioned a while ago. And the concept here really is to for this portal to be the main portal for digital learning for students and teachers nationwide. So many things like maybe a STEM education program can be delivered through this platform, and many other courses and programs can be delivered through this platform. We also teach, teachers and parents on basically maximizing tools, digital tools, so that we improve the learning environment in schools and at home. We also have this Microsoft Office Suite training program that Christian Luzano briefed you on a while ago. This is where People can come online to this site, and enroll for basic courses on how to use Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. This, on the other hand, is the Cebu IT BPM organization site, where there's an education program in partnership with Go Philippines, where we provide free English communication skills training to help Filipinos in the BPO tech sector find jobs, right? And lastly, this is our integrated water solution program. And this site is not live yet, but it's going to go live soon. This is where people come to our site to understand the different water filtration technologies that we're rolling out throughout the country to provide clean, safe drinking water to all Filipinos. That's pretty much it for me. For the development journey. Once again, thank you very much for attending this Philippine Skilling Summit, and looking forward to seeing you all at some point in the future for our future events. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. So once again, you have heard it from the co-founder, Chief Partnership and Strategy Officer of Go Philippines, Mr. Carl Yu. And he has just presented to us and walked us through the development journey of Go Philippines. So this time around, we will be showing more videos about the Cyber Safe Learning for Education project, and also some videos to the upcoming Microsoft Office Suite training that you have just seen a while ago. And that was also part of the presentation of Mr. Carl Yu. So we will be showcasing to you these programs for you to have a better picture on the program objective and also the key initiatives for this Cyber Safe Learning for Education project, and also for the upcoming Microsoft Office training courses. And that will be facilitated by our very own Microsoft certified trainer of Go Philippines, Mr. Christopher Luzano. So one moment, please, as we share with you some videos for the CLEP program or the Cyber Safe Learning for Education project.
This is Santorini's Elementary School's online bulletin. Right now, an anonymous post is trending about a student who was accused of cheating during their test. This is Crystal. She is a consistent honor student in 10th grade from Santorini Elementary School. For some reason, her schoolmates are accusing her of cheating on the final exams because she got a perfect score while many failed. However, she studied extremely hard and absolutely did not cheat. Because of this, Crystal started getting hate emails. Some students are threatening to post about her in their social media to go viral, and other students are calling her names and telling her that she should just drop out of school. This caused Crystal a lot of stress, but because she remembered what she learned at the DICT Cyber Safe Learning program, she knew exactly what to do next. Thanks to DICT Cyber Safe Learning program, Crystal learned about cyberbullying. Aside from cyberbullying, she also learned about guarding herself against online scams, cyber threats, credibility of online information, and many more. The Cyber Safe Learning program by Go Philippines and DICT aims to empower the young Filipino to self-manage cyber safety and well-being through proactive education. This is a 1-hour online class that she took with her friends, where they had a trainer discuss and teach them the following: use of digital technologies in today's world, threats and risks of digital space, importance and basic concepts of cyber safety and hygiene, techniques and best practices, and how to be safe on the digital space. Crystal's class even shared stories on the dangers of cyberbullying and making sure that the digital space is safe for minors like her. So what did Crystal do? She collected screenshots of the bullying she received and told her parents and teachers about the situation. The school did some intervention and steps to make sure cyberbullying is not tolerated in school, and made sure the bullies are made responsible for their actions. Gemma. Kakagraduate niya lang ng high school noong isang buwan. Para makatulong sa pamilya, naisipan niyang mag-part-time job muna kahit online lang habang naghihintay ng pasukan sa college. Uy! May nag-text! Dear Sir, we are recruiting part-time jobs with high salaries. You can work from home. The daily salary is 2,000 peso. Quick apply in this link. Wow! Mukhang ayos to ah. Ang laki ng sweldo, matutuwa ang nanay at tatay ni Gemma. Pero, parang may mali. Buti na lang at sumali si Gemma at ang mga kaklase niya sa programa ng DICT tungkol sa cyber safe learning. Natutunan nila kung paano maging maingat sa paggamit ng internet. Tinuruan sila kung paano maging mapagmatsyag laban sa mga online scams, mga cyber threats, kung paano makasiguro na tama ang online information, at iba pa. Ang Cyber Safe Learning Program ng Go Philippines at DICT ay naglalayon na i-empower ang mga kabataang Pilipino kung paano ma-manage ang sariling kapakanan sa pamamagitan ng edukasyon at kaalaman sa cyber safety. Isang oras na klase lang ito, pero marami silang natutunang magkakaklase sa trainer nila. Kasama sa mga natutunan nila ang mga sumusunod. Paggamit ng digital technologies in today's world, mga threats at risks sa digital space, kahalagahan at basic concepts ng cyber safety and hygiene, mga techniques at best practices, at paano maging safe sa digital space. Ang dami nilang natutunan. Bukod sa bagong kaalaman, marami rin silang kwentong narinig tungkol sa kung paano nagiging delikado kung hindi magiging responsable sa paggamit ng internet ang mga tao. Tiningnan ulit ni Gemma ang message at nakita ang mga red flags. Una, tinawag siyang Sir. Walang pangalan si Gemma, walang pangalan ng kumpanya, at hindi rin binigay ng nag-text ang pangalan niya. Hay nako, buti na lang hindi nagpaloko si Gemma. Malamang sa sigurado, isa itong scam. This is Ryan. After drinking his morning coffee, Ryan checked his emails and found a very worrisome message. It looks like he got an email that says his video streaming service payment was not processed. This might be bad. He is in the middle of watching an exciting TV show and he doesn't want to stop his subscription. Does he have to call his bank? Is this going to be an issue? He should probably click the link so he can fix it. But Ryan looked at the email again, closed the window, and starting watching his show instead. Thanks to DICT Cyber Safe Learning Program, Ryan learned about being vigilant in using the internet. He was taught to guard himself against online scams, cyber threats, credibility of online information, and many more. The Cyber Safe Learning Program by GoPhilippines.org and DICT aims to empower the young Filipino to self-manage cyber safety and well-being through proactive education. This is a 1-hour online class that he took with his colleagues where they had a trainer discuss and teach them the following: use of digital technologies in today's world, threats and risks of digital space, importance and basic concepts of cyber safety and hygiene, techniques and best practices, and how to be safe on the digital space. Aside from learning new information, Ryan's class even shared stories on the dangers of the internet when people don't know how to use it responsibly. Let's go back to Ryan's email and look at some of the red flags. The email was not personalized. There were multiple grammar issues. And most importantly, the sender email address is just wrong. Thanks to Go Philippines and DICT Cyber Safe Learning Program, Ryan recognized a spare phishing email, turned on his TV, and continued watching without any problems.
All right, so you have seen some of the videos and you have learned more about advantages of enrolling to CyberSafe Learning for Education project. Once again, this program is all for free. All you have to do is to visit the link, that's dict.gophilippines.org/CLEP, and you may now register for free. And again, to those of you who are joining us here at the main plenary, a gentle reminder, please, that the attendance link for the plenary session will be posted later on here. So please stay behind and wait for the attendance link. And before we move on to the closing message from one of the directors of the ICT, we would like to remind everyone that tomorrow will be our second and last day for the third Philippine Skilling Summit 2022. And we will be starting at 9 o'clock in the morning. We will be having different sets of education checks for tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon. So we encourage all our participants here to be on time. And also, should you have other colleagues and friends who would like to take part on the third Philippine Skilling Summit 2022, they still have the chance to join us tomorrow for another set of education checks. And also, we would like to recognize everyone for being with us the whole day, for joining us here. And of course, we would also like to thank our industry partners for making the Philippine Skilling Summit a successful one. So with that, allow me now to call Ms. Maria Lourdes E. Aquilisan, the Director 3 for the ICT Literacy and Competency Development Bureau of the ICT, for her closing message. One moment, please.
To the organizers of this event, Microsoft Go Philippines, industry partners, the DICT institutional partners, to all Filipino learners, educators, students, professionals, to all the participants, good afternoon. On behalf of the Department of Information and Communications Technology, our Acting Secretary, Emmanuel Reca Intig, and our Bureau, the ICT Literacy and Competency Development Bureau, or ILCDB, it is my pleasure to preside over the closing ceremony of this event, the second Philippine Skilling Summit 2022. First of all, I would like to thank the whole team of the Microsoft Go Philippines for initiating and organizing this event. Thank you for the assistance and facilitation to ensure the smooth flow of the program. To all the working groups and resource persons, thank you for sharing your knowledge and expertise in making day one of this summit a success. Also, we are indeed grateful for the interest of many to join this event. We are also pleased to see the active participation of delegates from different organizations, agencies, private institutions, schools, and the general public. Thank you and congratulations to all our attendees. May this event spark new ideas and bestow opportunities in the growing digital economy. May this be the beginning of a journey to a career path that you will be pursuing in the near future. Furthermore, I would like to take this opportunity to commend all the people who organized this Philippine Skilling Summit 2022. This event is well designed and the topics are timely and relevant. Congratulations and thank you for allotting this day to the ICT. The DICT, through our bureau, the ILCDB, as its training arm, is also working on capacitating the different sectors of society by providing digital literacy, digital upskilling, cybersecurity awareness training, and among others, with the cooperation, of course, of our public and private institutions. The ILCDB provides online courses to minimize the job mismatch, develop skills, and maximize upskilling opportunities for everyone. Once again, thank you, and with the spirit of continued success, on behalf of the DICT, I wish you all good luck in your future endeavors. May we all foster a cyber-safe culture in our society as responsible digital citizens. Keep safe and be cyber-safe, everyone. Magandang hapon po. Maraming salamat. Thank you.
So once again, that was Miss Maria Lourdes E. Aquilisan, the Director Chief for the ICT Literacy and Competency Development Bureau of the ICT. And once again, this month, we are one with you with the Department of Information and Communications Technology in celebrating the National ICT Month with the theme Spark, Strengthen, Sustain, Advancing the Philippine Digital Agenda. So once again, thank you so much, Ms. Aquilisan, for giving us an inspiring message this afternoon just before we close the program here at the first day of the third Philippine Skilling Summit 2022. So once again, to all the participants who are still here with us this afternoon, we are about to share the attendance link. So make sure to check the comment section or the published comment box. You will be seeing there the attendance link for the plenary session. All you have to do is to fill out the required information to make sure that you will be receiving the certificate of participation here at the third Philippine Skilling Summit 2022. So that concludes our first day of the third Philippine Skilling Summit. We will be seeing all of you again by tomorrow. And again, we encourage our participants here to invite their colleagues and friends to join us tomorrow for another learning discussion, for another wonderful learning session here at the Philippine Skilling Summit. We have another set of education tracks, and once again, we will be having special guests who will be sharing with us their expertise on digital advancement. So for now, we are reminding you all to just open the attendance link, fill out the form, and click submit to make sure that you will have the certificate of participation. So again, that concludes our first day of the third Philippine Skilling Summit 2022. We will be seeing you all again by tomorrow, 9 o'clock, but make sure to log in here at the main plenary before 9 o'clock so that you won't be missing any of the important updates and announcements that we will be making. And once again, we thank all our industry speakers, our partners, our guests, and participants for being here with us for the first day of the third Philippine Skilling Summit 2022. Maraming salamat at mabuhay. Thank you everyone, and see you all again tomorrow.